What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Just United here with myself, Gov. It's a big one. Manchester United versus Fenerbahce in the Europa League on Thursday. So make sure you tuned in and don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button and drop a comment down below what you think the score is going to be. There's a few things I want to talk about today. It's Erik Ten Hag versus José Mourinho. And as you probably guessed it from the preview picks, there's a few things I want to talk about, and one of those things is José Mourinho. This guy is the epitome of football, and I'm so glad that we get to see this matchup. From a neutral point of view, it's going to be spicy, and I hope it lives up to the expectation. Can't wait for this game. But I want to talk about José Mourinho because I just got so much respect for the guy. I got nothing but love for him, what he done for us, what he's done in the game, winning the Champions League with Porto, what he done with Inter, then with Chelsea, and then choosing to come to Manchester United. Yes, it wasn't his most successful period in the Premier League, but if this picture does not sum up José Mourinho for you, I don't know what will. He's just arrogant, and you know what? To carry that arrogance and have that arrogance in the game, it takes a lot of balls, and I can't wait for this game. I've got nothing but respect for the guy, what he done for Manchester United, winning the Europa League. And do you know what? Under this new structure of Ineos, maybe could have been more successful. He always says that finishing second with Manchester United was his greatest achievement in football. And do you know what? He might be right, because we haven't been the best of recent. And, you know, we've been through a lot of managers since Jose as well. So I've got nothing but respect for him. I can't wait for this game to see what he's got in plan for us, because he's going to want to beat us, let's be honest. He's going to want to put the final nail in Erik Ten Hag's coffin. I hope he doesn't, but you know what? If he does, he's got that tactical nous in Europe. He always seems to find a way. And I just cannot wait for this game. But the other person I want to talk about is Rasmus Højlund. I think potentially this game is going to be the game for him to shine and, you know, hopefully get a few goals. He's shown in the last game against Brentford what he can do when he's leading the line. And I hope he carries on his form, and I hope he can continue scoring and bring in the chemistry with this front line of Rashford and Garnacho. Because seriously, his movement off the ball unlocks everything that we're trying to do in a game. He opens up spaces for everybody else. And, you know, he's just a joy to watch. He's something different from Joshua Zirkzee and anything else that we have. His hold-up play is great. And do you know what? It looks like what he's starting to do with Rude is starting to pay off. You saw in the game against Brentford, he had that little flick where he took 3 players out of the game. That was Rude written all over. But I hope he continues his form, and I hope he gets on the score sheet. He's going to be a very important player for us in this game, because you know what, we're asking for an out-and-out striker, and I think he's starting to show that he can be that person, our number 9 leading the line and taking some of that pressure off Rashford and Garnacho. It's going to be a tough game, so let's get into my predicted 11, how I think we're going to line up. I hope we line up something like this, because obviously Bruno's out of the game, and yeah, it's going to be difficult, but I think we're starting to see now what our team should look like. So I've gone with Dalot at right back, Matthijs de Ligt at centre back, Lisandro Martinez at centre back, and I've gone with Johnny Evans at left back. Obviously, it might be the other way around. It might be Lisandro Martinez based off the Brentford game. He might be playing left back, but I think they'll be interchanging as we saw on the weekend. And I've gone with Casemiro and Ugarte. Ugarte came on in the game against Brentford, and you know he's quite bright. He had a little cameo performance in there, and I want to see what this midfield looks like with 2 tackling players sitting in front of that defense in Casemiro and Ugarte. And then obviously I've got Eriksen in the 10, because Bruno obviously got red card, so he's not going to be available for this game. And then I've gone with the same front 3 against Brentford, because I think we've got to start building the chemistry. We've got to keep that flowing, and hopefully, you know, we do see some more goals from this front line now. Let them be more clinical in front of goal, because we've been screaming out for goals all season, and it looks like it's finally starting to click. But that's my predicted 11. Let me know what you guys think below. Drop a comment. Do you think somebody else should be in the team? Do you think another player should be given a chance? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Now, I'm going to talk about the opposition because we know Jose's got something cooking. We know he's got something for us. I'm going to talk about Fenerbahce now and how they like to line up. As you can see on screen right now, they like to line up in a 4-1-4-1, which, is pretty Jose like. He likes to pack it out there in defense and midfield. So you can see from that lineup what they're trying to do in terms of how they want to play and how they want to set up. They want to be aggressive on the front foot. And yeah, when they do have to defend, they're gonna have a 4 sitting in, sometimes maybe a 5 in defense. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what Jose does from this game. There's obviously a few players in there which you might recognize, Fred being one of them. Pastor Fred, he was do you know what? I do miss him sometimes in these kind of games, and yeah, it's like McTominay now. He's left as well. That Fred and McTominay combination. I just hope that we can deal with these players, and it would be good to see them again. I guess in terms of Amrabat as well. Obviously, he had a loan spell with us. I'm pretty sure that he'll want to put in a good performance, as will Fred. And then obviously you've got other players like Tadic and Edin Dzeko. It's going to be interesting. We know what Edin Dzeko's capable of, but I'm going to take you through how they like to play and how they like to line up. So if you look on screen right now, you can see that Amrabat drops into defense with their wing backs pushing up, and then Fred and Szymanski dropping deep into midfield, and then their 2 wingers pushing up alongside Edin Dzeko, which will take them to look something like this. As you can see from that, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be difficult to break down. They do play very narrow. They're going to be making use of their wing backs, and they're going to try and go fill every single gap of space on the pitch. It's going to be a tough game, and yeah, I just hope that we find a way through. I hope that Garnacho can stretch this defense, and I hope Rashford can do the same, creating some space for our midfielders, because without Bruno in this game, we're going to need to find that creative spark. Casemiro, we know we can put in a good ball now and again. We know Eriksen's capable of it, but obviously it's going to be a whole new midfield that haven't played together as of yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do to counteract what Fenerbahce are going to do to us, and what they're going to try and implement Jose's way of playing, and see if they can get a result from this game, because obviously we haven't done the best in the Europa League so far. In terms of putting points on the board. And if we don't win this game, it's going to be looking sticky for us. So I'm going to get into my predictions for this game now. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your predictions are. I'm going for 3-1 Manchester United win, just because I think that we will simply have too much for them. I'm hoping the pace of the Premier League will show in this game. And I'm hoping that, our attacking players bring the fight, and we play as a team as we did against Brentford. That was the Manchester United versus Fenerbahce preview. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. See you later.